Hello everybody, this is Sherry at djsundry.blogspot.com, and it's time for a new swap over at artandsassy.ning.com. And I know that many of you right now are cold. All across the United States, it's been pretty cold. Some of you have snow, some of you have ice, some of you are semi-warm, but most, at least a good portion of us are cold. Now, if you're living in the Southern Hemisphere, I know you're nice and warm right now, but the rest of us are pretty cold. So I thought that I would host an ATC swap, but rather than make it spring or cold weather or Valentine's or anything like that, I'm calling this my Dreamin' of Summer ATC swap. It's a pretty simple swap, and I'm hoping that you will come over and get all the details about it. Now, one of the requirements of the swap is going to be that you incorporate some kind of a summer sentiment on the ATC. And I did that a couple of different ways, and I'll show all the finished ATCs to you in a minute. But I wanted to pull some stamp sets that I found just by flipping through my stamp sets, and this one's called Sunny Days, and it's by Scrappy Cat. Most of the stamps that I have are older. I haven't been buying a ton of stamps. Every once in a while I'll buy a new one. I haven't been buying a ton of stamps, so most of my stamps are older, so you may have to look like on eBay and stuff to find some of these. I know that some of them that I'm going to show you aren't being produced, and I don't know if they have any more in their store or not. But this one's called Sunny Days from Scrappy Cat, and it's got several summer sentiments on it and then some flowers. This one's an October afternoon set called Kite Tails. I've had it for a couple years, and I just thought the little boy was so cute. He reminded me of my little great nephew. And so I bought that really for this one. And what I've used the most is actually the kite, but it has this nice big summer. And you could have fun with this because it says summer, and then it says nonstop mischief. So you could kind of have some fun with that. This one, both of these, the last two that I'm sharing are from Kandra Designs. These are the ones that I know are not being produced. You could go to kandradesigns.com and see if she has any more in her store, but I think it's really likely that she does not, but it's worth checking, and then maybe you could find some, on eBay or somewhere. Who knows? This one's called Sweet July, and a lot of these are or some of these have to do with like the 4th of July, but not all of them. I mean, this one says Summertime Wishes, it's summertime, summer days are here again, summertime in the living is easy, and then there's quite a few that are more 4th of July related. And then this one is called Splashtastic Summer, and this is the one that I ended up using, and I only ended up using one of them, and it was Sending You Sunny Thoughts. All of the stamping that I did, I'll just tell you now, I did in Memento Tuxedo Black. Now, to start with, I was really kind of in a hurry to get this project up, so I started by pulling out these ATCs from Ink Essentials, and I had just picked these up probably at Michael's or Joann's or somewhere, and I just had them in my stash. And Ranger has these already made. Now, you can use all sorts of things for ATCs, and if you've never made artist trading cards, do a search on YouTube, and actually you can even look on my channel because I've actually done quite a few videos on ATCs because I just love them. They're like little business cards for your crafty friends. They're always 2.5 by 3.5 inches wide, tall, 2.5 by 3.5 inches. And the only other real rule is that they can't be sold. But other than that, it's pretty much anything goes. So it's just something that's kind of fun. So I started with that as my core. One thing, if you're participating in our swap, that I would really like to encourage you to do is to choose some sort of solid core. Whether it's, I've used game board pieces, I've used chipboard, I've used these, I've used really heavy cardstock. By the time this one was done, I had 3 layers of cardstock. I really encourage you not to use paper. If you're going to use plain scrapbooking paper, definitely make sure that you have a good strong core and backing on it, because these really need to hold up. And the ones that are really thin just don't hold up. So that's where I started, and then I started going through my stash. I found some yellow paper, and I don't have any out except for what I will show you. And it was just in my stash from Coordinations, and I cut backs. I actually made quite a few of these, but I cut backs out of this yellow paper from Coordinations, and it was just in my scrap stash. And then I adhered those down, and then I went through my summertime filling papers and cut the front. So I have all different kinds. I'll try to tell you what the paper is when I get to it. There's one or two that I really don't know what set it came from because it was a scrap. I think there's just 2 cards and it's the same piece of paper, but I'll try to share with that. Now, typically at Art and Sassy, we just ask that the back is covered either with paint or paper or something. You don't have to embellish the back. This time I actually put a little fabric sticker. These fabric stickers are from hot off the press and they're quite old, and they had some seasonal fabric stickers, and that's what I put on the back. And then I'll go back and I'll put my information. That's the business card or the calling card part of it. But I'll put my blog and my YouTube channel, and that I made 9 of these, so one of them will be 1 of 9, 2 of 9, etc. So this is the back, and all of the backs are pretty similar. I have different stickers on the back, but the backs are all yellow with a sticker. Then this is where we get fun, is on the fronts. So this is the first one. I'm going to have to add a little bit more glossy accents. This is a rubber embellishment from October Afternoon. I can't even remember what it's called, and a lot of my embellishments I don't know what they're called. These were called self-adhesive rubber charms, and this is from the Sidewalks collection from October Afternoon, and I've had these for a little over a year. And the problem with them is this is the first time I've used them, and when I went to take them out of the package, the self-adhesive part was no longer adhered. It had worn off and it was just kind of gummy and sticky. So what I did is I adhered it with glossy accents. And then this is the first one that says Sending You Sunny Thoughts. Now the paper on the front of this is from Die Cuts with a View, and the collection is called The Summer Days. It was one that I picked up last summer. And this has glitter on it. All of the different colors that you see on it, that's how the paper came. So it's really super simple how I was able to just stamp it and put my embellishment on, and that one was done. Again, this is also from that same collection, even from the same page. And again, I just stamped Sending You Sunny Thoughts. This dragonfly is a sticker, and it is from I believe it's Provocraft. I have some stickers that are quite old. And again, the little Chinese lanterns on here are kind of embossed with glitter. And I'm going to take some stickles just for a little more dimension. I meant to do this before and I forgot. And I'm just going to put it up the body of the dragonfly. The dragonfly, to some extent, kind of looks like it goes with the paper and is part of the paper, but it really also doesn't. That would make the paper pretty busy. This piece of ribbon I just adhered down at the bottom, and that is from Really Reasonable Ribbon, and it's just a little tiny piece that I put on there. Here's another one with the Chinese lantern that I put Sending You Sunny Thoughts on, and then another one of those fabric stickers, and this one really matches really well, but I just kind of positioned it above the little line that the Chinese lanterns were on, and then I trimmed off the edges so it runs right to the edge. And it does have kind of a snag in the middle, but it's still really super fun. Again, that's all I did to this one. A stamp, a little sticker, and that one was done. So some of them did take a little bit more, some of them not so much. Again, another piece of that same paper, another one of those rubber. This is probably the only rubber piece out of the whole set that still had its backing on it, and it says Happy. And then again, from those hot off the press fabric stickers, there I put 2 of them on, kind of to make tails flying off the Happy. And this one says Warm Sun and Summer. This one is still wet, so I'm gonna have to be careful. This piece of paper, this is the piece that was a scrap. I'm not 100% sure what this is from, except for I know it's from Die Cuts with a View. I believe it's from the kitchen something. Maybe it's Nana's Kitchen, I can't remember. But it was just in my scrap bin. So this sticker is from Oh Scrap. And then this was just, I really couldn't figure out what these were. They were kind of it was a sheet and it looked like it should be stickers, or maybe die cuts, but it wasn't cut out, so I had to hand cut it out. And but again, that was from O Scraps, and it was a popsicle, and so I cut it out by hand, and then I adhered it down with my ATG, and then I took the glitter glue from Hampton Art that you just saw me use from Studio G and Hampton Art, and put it all over the top of the popsicle, so when it dries it'll be nice and glittery. And then on the back, or on the side, my sentiment for this one, what just said fun in the sun, and again, that's one of those fabric stickers. And so that is that one. This one is kind of fun. This one, I made a banner out of the same yellow paper. I took a piece of that yellow scrap that's on the back, see back here, and it says sending you sunny thoughts, and I just cut a banner on it, and then I had this kind of velvety flower from Recollections, and I just put that on the front. That's probably one of the bulkier ones that I put out. Then this one, oh, the paper on both of these is paper from Basic Gray, and it's from the What's Up 6x6 pad, and I cut out 2 of those. And then again, we've got another one of those rubber embellishments from October Afternoon, and then I just stamped sending you sunny thoughts, cut a square, and we were done. So as you can see, you don't have to put a ton of time and effort into making something really super cute. If you have the right paper, the right embellishments, you can whip them together pretty quickly. This one, more, I think, I don't remember if these are from Provocraft or if they're part of the O Scrap pack. I think it was part of the O Scrap pack. Some little flip-flops, more of that paper that I'm not sure it was a scrap. And then another square sending you sunny thoughts. And then I pulled this brad out of my brad stash. I keep my brads in this container. And I think this one was from, it's from right here. I think it's Basic Gray. Yes, it is. It's a Basic Gray. It's one I've had for a long time. But the colors were good. And I put the brad through this, just the scrap, but then I adhered it with, I put ATG all around it, and then I put a glue dot under the brad so that the brad is not actually cutting through the paper itself. I have done it where before I adhered the ATC to the core, that I have poked it through there, but then sometimes what happens is it'll start separating from the core, and I didn't want that to happen. So it's a decorative brad only. It's not holding anything together. And then the last one is actually probably, I don't know, I like several of them. This one is a little more vintage, maybe you would say. Again, I hand cut a little flag or banner, and this flower, this is another one of those brads from my stash. I think it's from Basic Gray. The flower is a Prima flower. It was one that comes in the big bottle that you put together the petals to form whatever kind of flower you would like. The paper is also from the What's Up stack, and so I just adhered the flower with a glue dot, and then again sending you sunny thoughts. So there we have 9 ATCs ready to go, thinking of summer or dreaming of summer. So thanks so much for stopping by, and if you haven't checked out Art and Sassy, head over to artandsassy.ning.com, and in the meantime, remember to take some time to enjoy the little things. Have a great day. Bye.